The Doughnuts job is one of the many jobs at the Sunnyside concept. When working Doughnuts, you'll be working most closely with the front and back cooks at Sunny and also with the other transporter present at Sunny. When working Doughnuts, just like any other job, make sure you're wearing your proper PPE. This includes burn sleeves when you're frying the donuts and an apron and latex gloves for everything else. Your main responsibility at Sunny is the area around the donut machine. This includes the counter the donut machine is sitting on and the counter directly to the left of the donut machine, which holds all the icings and toppings. The first thing you want to do when you arrive is get with the front and back cooks at Sunny and figure out who they are throughout the night. These are the people you'll be working closely with, so you want to know where they are at all times. Some nights we don't make donuts, so make sure you're getting with them beforehand before you actually start frying the donuts. They'll prepare the toppings, the icings, and the donut mixture for you, so all you have to do is go to them and get it. The next step is to actually turn on the donut machine. When you arrive, it will normally be covered with a metal sheet tray and it'll be turned off. Make sure you remove the sheet tray and turn the machine on and give it time to warm up before you start frying the donuts. The next step is to put the batter into the hopper and attach the hopper to the donut machine. You want to make sure you're using the proper hopper since we do have two of them. One will say donut hole on it and one will just say donuts. Make sure you're using the donut one and not the donut hole one. After the hopper is attached to the machine, make sure you turn the machine on in the little area next to the hopper too. This is the part that will actually start making the donuts, so it's very important to turn this part on. As you're waiting for the donuts to fry, you can keep busy by cleaning the counters at Sunny and making sure everything like the cream cheeses and the jellies and the bagels are all stocked. Once the donuts are all fried, you have a deep metal pan from Pots and Pans sitting at the end of the donut machine to collect all the donuts in as they fall down. Give them adequate time to cool before you ice and top them, or else the icing will melt and not stick to the donuts. After the donuts have been iced, the toppings can be found underneath the second counter near the donut machine. The white plates that we use to place the donuts on can be found underneath the coffee maker, so you want to have a couple of those prepped up and ready so you can put the donuts on them. When you put the donuts on the plates, make sure you're not putting too many on at once or stacking them. We want them to look nice and appealing for the customers, so don't put too many on one plate at once. The various toppings that we have for donuts include things like sprinkles, Oreos, chocolate chips, and various crushed cereal. You can get with the cook at the beginning of the meal period to figure out if they want anything specifically on them, but normally it's up to you and what you want. If we ever run out of any of the toppings, they can be found in the thawing room or the dry stock. The thawing room includes things like the candy bars and the nuts. Dry stock, we have the crushed Oreos and sprinkles and things of that nature. As you're icing and topping the donuts and putting them on the plate, we'll have too many to put them all out at once. So make sure for any extras that we have, you're wrapping them and labeling them and putting them where we keep the extra pastries on the metal sheet trays underneath the toaster oven. Get with your cook to make sure you know how many donuts we're going to be making at the beginning of the shift. Some of the time we have enough mixture to make dozens of donuts, but some of the time we might only have enough to make a couple of plates worth. So make sure you know before you start. When a donut plate is full and ready for the customers to eat, place it in the plastic pastry bins we have with the other dessert pastries. Once the donuts have finished being prepped for the shift, you can start cleaning up. Making the actual donuts normally only takes about an hour and a half to the entire dinner shift, so you have extra time to clean before it ends. Cleaning includes turning off the donut machine and wiping up around it. Make sure you're never touching the actual grease or anything inside the donut machine because that's the cook's job. Wrap and label all the various toppings you used and place them underneath the metal counter on a metal sheet tray where you found them when you first arrived. The last step to cleaning the actual donuts area is to take the hopper off of the machine and hand wash it. Make sure you never send this back to Pots and Pans. It needs to be hand washed in the sink at Sunny. When everything is done and cleaned at the donut area, you can't leave yet. You have to stay and help rest of Sunny and transport various foods that they need help with.